So guys, I've just met Jamie and Kim from Northampton. They've come to visit Melton. They're just saying hello to Street Switch Photography.
Hello.
Me, I'm always taking pictures, mate.
Controversy you are.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm out in public, mate. It's totally legal.
People are not happy with you.
Why aren't they?
Picturing everybody, seeing what's going on.
Well, that's because they're out in public, aren't they? If you're out in public, mate, you've got no sense of you've got no sense of privacy, have you? They know where the shop is down the road there. They can always go and buy a balaclava. So good morning, YouTube. Saturday, the 12th. Oh, it's really warm. Another warm day. I don't think it's going to be quite as warm as what it has been, but I thought I'd come down because Reform are in town. And after winning winning a couple of seats at the local elections, they've done really, really well. And we've got some questions we want to be asking and stuff like that. So I thought I'd pop down today, take some photos, do a little bit of a video. I always do Reform's videos and stuff. So yeah, back down in town. Vote Reform. So yeah, Reform back in town. I'm going to be going and grabbing a coffee in a minute. I'm going to go and say congratulations to the local seat. If they're available to chat, we will see. I don't want to be intrusive, but yeah, some things are happening. Are you available for a couple of questions? They're not horrible or anything like that. I'm not going to try and catch you out. Congratulations on your election, the local elections and everything. Absolutely fantastic. I voted for you myself. The way the actual elections went were very, very toxic. There was a lot of misinformation out there. How do you feel about winning the local elections?
I'm quite excited about it. I've never been a local councillor before. I hadn't even considered being one until about 7 or 8 months ago. So, big learning curve. So the last 2 months have been very, very interesting, lots to learn, but we're getting on with some work and it's good.
I see that there's a lot of things going off over in Leicester and things, and people have got a lot of changes to get used to and things like that. I mean, it's more or less fact that, you know, Reform are going to win the next election. Just recently in town, there was something on Facebook the other day that actually, I don't know whether you want to answer this question, feel free to say no if you don't want to. There were some Home Office migrants moved up onto West Avenue, and there was a lot of trouble because the lady next door was very worried because her partner was in the army. It was straight across the road from a child's playground. It was right next door and within a stone's throw distance to a military base. They actually got moved out because I think that some windows got broken and things like that. The community actually didn't want them up there. Now, I'm not sure who it is. I think it's nothing to do with Melton Borough Council that actually do that, or local councillors, but it's something to do with Home Office. Would I be right in saying that?
I guess it is, because it's. I've asked a few questions myself about it of the Borough Council.
Yeah.
It's not a county council issue, but of course Reform are very much interested in where migrants are placed, etc., because
for their own safety as well, isn't it?
Exactly. So, I mean, it's a big issue, and it's one that we'll be investigating and looking at in Leicestershire, no doubt.
I mean, I have noticed with Reform over in Leicester with the flags and everything, things have already started to change, and there was a little bit of an upset, but I mean, it's things to get used to. People have got to get used to change, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Now, I had a big thing about the Melton Borough Council flying the Pride flag and flying certain other flags, but they wouldn't fly the Israel flag. But I bet if my bottom dollar that they'd fly the, let's just say the Palestinian flag in 5 seconds. Now, to me, that was a little bit sort of disingenuous of them. What do you think about that?
Well, all I can talk about is our policy, and that is that we will celebrate Britishness.
Good answer.
And that's what we're looking at. That's what we have said to our the council employees and the people that work around us at Glenfield as well. That what we want to do is celebrate Britishness, which we can all celebrate.
We can, yes. It's a union flag. Everybody falls under it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you saw the cabinet that made the decision, they were very clear that they didn't want to make political statements. They wanted to unify everybody under one flag.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with all the politics and everything else. Like I say, it must have been difficult. And what people have got to realise is all the councillors down at the council offices have all got to get on, no matter what party you fall under, no matter whether you fall to the left or whether you fall to the right or centre ground. These are the people that have got to work together. And like I said, in the local elections, I've been told by a few people now they've never experienced such toxicity as what was coming out at local elections and stuff like that. I experienced myself with death threats and stuff like that, which was it was not right. I didn't mention in any of my videos that I was going to vote Reform. I gave everybody a fair crack of the whip, but hopefully during the general elections it will be a lot calmer and people can start asking some genuine questions and see what genuine change, Reform are going to bring.
I think people misunderstood or misunderstand what Reform is about. There's a lot of accusations which are wrong.
Yeah.
We're all normal people. All we want is the best for Britain. And people accuse us of certain things which is completely wrong.
It is completely wrong, and like you said, I mean, it was all that misinformation that was about. I mean, during the local elections, the Independents and Labour didn't turn up down here because they didn't like me filming them and asking difficult questions, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. But I think they probably would have got a few more votes if they'd have tried a little bit harder. But thank you for your time. Congratulations, and I hope you do really, really well. I will be voting for you next time round as well, and big changes to come. Thank you very much. This has been Street Switch Photography down at Melton Market, and we're actually down at the Reform tent at the moment. We're going to be doing a little bit more recording. I think we're going to be handing out leaflets, take some photos. Really nice guy who got elected and everything, just gave me his time. So there you go. Now what I'm going to do is go and grab a nice hot cup of coffee and chill a little bit before I start recording again. See you in a minute. So I've not taken any photos yet or anything like that, but we've got, like I say, the elected Reform representative down here. I don't know where the other one is. I think it's east and west, I'm not sure. I could have asked that question, but I didn't think to. But if you notice, the video quality is a lot higher now because I'm recording in 4K, plus I've got a new microphone. So this is where I'm in my element, when I'm down here doing this sort of thing, getting people's reactions to Reform turning up in town. Now, there was a recent poll done on Melton Mowbray, and the poll basically favoured Reform actually getting voted in Melton due to local statistics. And it's been a difficult time. It's been a very difficult time with Labour being voted in and everything else, going back on everything they do and U-turning on everything they do. But everybody's entitled to their opinion, as I said before. So as you can imagine, people do get a little bit high rate, which is not a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to pop over to this tent in a few minutes and go see what this tent's all about. See you in a minute. So one thing I have just noticed, we've got the Reform tent, but we've also got the local Leicestershire charity, prostate cancer. It's called, well, we'll go and have a look. I've just had a chat to them. They were absolutely fine with me recording and everything. So this is the local charity that I was just telling you about. It's a very good cause. Come down and support them. They're the only charity in Leicestershire. If you want to pause the video to get so you can read that, we'll take a walk around the front here. And they're handing out leaflets. I'll include a screenshot of this in the video.
Can I give you one of those? Thank you very much.
These are the two guys that are handing out the leaflets and making people more aware of prostate cancer in men. Get checked at 50. Don't hold off getting checked because it is a serious, serious thing. Now, I'm a big supporter of this. One of my parents died of cancer, as people know, and yeah, it's quite a personal charity that's close to my heart. But there you go, yeah, there we go. See you in a minute. So there's a lot of motorbikes around today. I'd usually come down on my scooter, but I came down on the bus today. Now I know there's another meet being planned at the local park here for all the scooters and the mods and people that are into Northern Soul and that type of music. It's called two-stroke scooters. You can take a four-stroke scooter down. I just think basically that they didn't think of the title before they did it, but it was very popular last time. Take a look, Town Estate. If you see it on the board, it'll be there. So yeah, Town Estate are the ones that put it on. So very soon, guys, there's rumours that all this area here, Leicester Road, will be pedestrianised. Now I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've not really looked into it, but I thought it'd just be interesting for the video, And we've recently had new planters put in. Now these have been placed here because of the car ramming of peace barriers. They're needed because when we hold Christmas markets and things like that, it's going to be very, very, very much so, making people feel safe and everything else is obviously top priority, isn't it? So yeah, these are the new planters that have been put in. Now at Christmas, they're on about, and I've got this from a good source, I'm not going to say who, at Christmas there's going to be a big market, obviously, like there is every year. And these are going to help. Now there's a couple of sharp edges on them, someone's cut the finger on them, but I don't know when they're actually putting the plants in. When they put the plants in, I'll pop back down and I'll come and show you the plants that Town Estate put in. I'm not sure how it was funded. If anybody knows, leave a comment. But yeah, there you go. See you in a minute.
So stupid in the end, don't they?
Tell me about it. Thank you, mate. Cheers. So we've just got the local Bobby there, or the local policeman out on the beat. We haven't got security in town anymore, and I'm not sure why. We don't seem to have the security people in town anymore. And I think it made people a lot more relaxed when the security people were in town. I don't know the actual name of the company. Now, I asked a couple of quite difficult questions to the Reform candidate there about serco and everything else, and people saying that it isn't on the list. Well, it's been confirmed it is, so it shows that I was correct. This is King Street, looking up King Street towards the cinema. Just for a little bit of context, because I know my viewers like context. But yeah, Milton Market, there's not as many markets here as there usually is. But with it being a hot day, I bet the ice cream van's going to do well. The ice cream van should do very well this time of year. This is Miguel's ice cream van. He's been here years. I love his ice creams as well. I love the way he uses. I was just saying, I like the way you use a baseball bat to keep the engine open at the back, just in case you get any trouble, mate. So he uses a baseball bat to keep the back open to keep it cool up. That'll keep him under control. So there you go. Miguel's ice cream van. He's been around for years. Recently Uncle Dave retired, bless him. He was around for a good few years as well. They always used to come down, and that was back in the days where your parents would send you out to grab a packet of Berkeley fags off them. Just tell them it's for your parents, they'd say. Yeah, good old days. See you in a minute. So I'm down here at the minute. I'm just going to give these guys a little bit more coverage because I think they deserve it. Local prostate cancer. It's hard to actually zoom in and stuff with this rig that I've got set up. But yeah, local charity for prostate cancer in Leicestershire. Now, what is happening is, I'm hoping, from what I've just been told, again, no names mentioned, that there's going to be a Christian preacher that comes down into Melton. I think Reform are going to try and get in touch with him, and he's a rapper. Now, I've seen him on the Charlie Beach show. I've seen him on various other street auditor shows and stuff like that, and he is absolutely amazing. For him to come to Melton would be quite a big thing for me personally, and I'd like to shake hands with the bloke. He's he's very good. So what we'll do is we'll see if we can get any more information on that in the next coming weeks, and see what we can sort out to actually, you know, meet him and interview him and get him to say a few words. See you in a minute. Not sure what's going off, guys.
We've got the camera behind us. You've got to count what you're doing.
Sorry?
Now what are you going to do?
Going to take some photos. I think he's Green Party. I'm not 100% sure. But we've got a lot of people around. All coming down. He doesn't like me filming him. But I'm going to continue.
Where are you? Got green.
Yeah, Green Party.
They have really been good.
Trying to do some cinematic moving here, if I can. A lot of people debating the way it should be. Out here in Melton, down at the Reform tent. Looks quite good with the tent set up and everything. Quite impressed.
Will you nip up into Waltham and get some rocks for me?
It's a Green Party. Having a bit of debate, which is the way it should be. Sorry, Doc. Plenty of people about today, I've got to admit. I've had one person say, watch him, he's recording. Well, yeah, I am. I'm out in public, mate. I'm allowed to record. You alright? Lovely lady she is. But yeah, Reform UK, back in Melton, 12th of July. A really hot summer's day. Brings out the people, also brings out the crazies, doesn't it? As we know from past experiences of doing some of these videos that I've done in the past. It can get a bit crazy down here when the Reform tent's in town. Emotions run quite high. But yeah, everybody seems relaxed at the moment. Have a quick scan round for you to give you some context again. See you in a minute. So I hope all this is working okay, guys. I hope you can hear me okay through this microphone. We've got a few people standing around debating the way it should be. We've got a Green Party supporter, which is absolutely fine, to come down and have a debate. Seems like a nice enough guy. And other people coming down and debating as well about how it goes on in Parliament and everything else, and how we get local councillors to be elected here in Melton without all the bullshit and all the mudslinging and everything else that goes on with other parties. As I said, the last time we were down here, Labour, this is just fact, and I'm only stating this because it's fact, Labour and Independents did not bother coming down whatsoever.
You making a film?
Sorry?
You making a film?
Yes, I am at the moment, yeah, just about Reform and all the political parties that come into town and stuff. So it makes for a good viewing. Thank you. Just a lady saying if I'm making a film and continue to do what I'm doing, a supporter. Bless her heart. That's nice. So we'll back up slowly so we can have a quick chat about how things are going to change in the near future and everything, and if Reform can sort of get a hold in Melton even better. So yeah, I think it will be a good thing. See you in a minute. So we're recording down at the Reform tent, guys. We're getting a few people debating and stuff like that. Quite a few interested people in the Reform Party. The MP's just going over to speak to this couple. They're trying to write something on the whiteboard, but the markers aren't working. The markers are a little broken, but they'll get something up there. I said pop over to WH Smith's and get some more. So just doing some whiteboard writing, guys. There you go. Quickly record that. Town estate.
No, I get very frustrated.
So we're just hovering around at the minute, guys. There's everybody debating. It's actually quite a peaceful thing that's going on. As I said, Town Estate handing out leaflets for the local events. They've asked me to come down and record them. Quite a few people in town, as you can see. This lady agreeing with the Reform lot and everything. Come on everybody, vote Reform. So what I would like to say is there was a local poll done just recently, and a good majority of Melton now would vote Reform after what Labour have done. Now if we do a bit of a recap on what Labour have done, is they took the winter fuel allowance off people, then did a U-turn on it. They're now on about cutting PIP benefits for the most vulnerable. They've done a lot, haven't they? The U-turn on basically everything they do, but they're not a very nice party. And we've got them in some sort of control here in Melton. Now there's one thing I will say about Labour at the moment is that they are supporting a protest, which I will be recording whether they like it or not, in town to do with the local birthing centre. Now that I will give them credit for. But people are posting certain things on social media still, misinformation about Reform, mainly independents, which is misinformation. I mean, the information's out there, but how true? Have they been down and asked questions? Have they asked questions over Messenger or in person? I don't know. And again, I'm down here with my camera. It's all right calling me an armchair warrior. This isn't much of an armchair, is it? So there you go. See you in a minute. Just going to record, guys, what's been written on the board for you. If you want to pause the video, you can pause the video and take a look. I agree with every single thing that's said here. There you go. So what I have just noticed is some people stood over near the ice cream van taking photos of the reform tent for some reason. So guys, I've just met Jamie and Kim from Northampton. They've come to visit Melton. They're just saying hello to Street Switch Photography.
Hello.
Take a couple of photos for them. Shout out to you both. Thank you for subscribing, much appreciated. And thank you for your continued support in future. Tell all your friends, Street Switch Photography is the name on the street. Yeah. Right. All right guys, catch you later. Cheers. Nice to meet you. So they're two new subscribers to my channel, which is a good thing. Look at this beautiful dog. I'd show you the dog, but I don't know whether the dog... Am I all right to record your dog?
Fine, mate, yeah.
Look at this beauty. Hello.
He is friendly.
Hello. I used to work with dogs myself at the vet camp, mate. Hello, mate.
It's all right, Cody.
Are you beautiful? You're beautiful, you are, aren't you? Young, ain't he?
2 years.
Yeah, still young.
Yeah.
Beautiful dog, mate. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. I wish I could handle a dog like that. I can't handle them anymore because I got bitten by a dog at work and it's ruined a couple of nerves in my arm. I struggle to walk my Jack Russell. I don't, I'm joking. It's a Jack Russell, for God's sake. He's a beautiful dog, my dog is. Buddy, his name is. So yeah, that's a shout out to those two. Couple of new subscribers. I think they've just popped in Greg's to go and get a hot drink. He's just been to the Grapes, a great local pub in Melton. I mentioned for them as well, they've just been in there for a pint. I don't believe in blaming them in weather like this. I don't drink myself, but there you go. See you in a minute. So I just started recording again, people. We've just been having a debate with somebody that votes Labour quite regularly. He's just come to debate us and everything else. He had a very fair debate. He believes in the Green Party now because obviously Labour aren't doing their thing that they're supposed to be doing, and U-turning on everything. But it's actually nice to see people debating instead of getting high rate and trying to pull the tent over. You've seen in previous videos that's what actually happens. So when we get certain individuals trying to pull tents down, somebody could have been seriously injured that day. I was here at the time and I stopped him from doing it. I actually had to threaten to farb gel him. I'll leave a clip here if I can find it, just here. So yeah, as you can see via that clip, that wasn't a very good day. But anyway, I just think it's interesting that we can get people come down and debate and get people turn up in town that have a different view to what Reform have. Because it's a good thing that they can debate, and it's a good thing that some of these questions can be asked. Now, there are going to be questions that need to be asked, and there's going to be questions that need answering, but they just don't want to blooming answer them. And that is the problem. See you in a minute. Now, so far I've seen people walk past this sign and sort of turn their nose up at it. I'll give you another rendition of what it says, so you can pause the video and read it. There you go. So somebody getting a little bit irate, but just going to continue to record for a minute because I've seen a couple of, well, what I would class as people that look like lefties, if you want to put it like that. But we have got a few supporters, and I've got people coming up to me and asking if they can subscribe to my channel and everything, which is brilliant. But it gets to around 11:30ish and people start getting a little bit hot under the collar. I'm going to stop the video a minute, guys. See you in a minute. So we're down here in town. I've just been speaking to the manager of Town Estate. A lot of good events coming up. We've got Scarfest. We've got the local scooter rally, which I go to, which was absolutely fantastic last time. I really enjoyed it. They've also got, going on down the park at the moment on weekends, is the bouncy castles and everything for kids. Now, all of this area here, they've obviously put the new planters in. Now, I think they've done it in such a way, they're meant to be car ramming and peace barriers, but they've done it in such a way to try and take the attention away from that and actually make it look a little bit more, you know, pedestrianised. There's going to be the pedestrianised area. The market is going to get a lot bigger. So watch this space, because Melton is going to change for the better. There's a lot of positive things happening, which is always a good thing. We've also always got a local Bobby. Nice to see a community support officer around keeping the town safe. He does a really good job. Morning. And it just makes Melton feel so much safer and nice to come down, grab a cup of coffee, come and support Town Estate and everybody else and enjoy it. This is what it's all about. All the fresh fruit, we've got the ice cream van, we've got Town Estate out in Force, you know, doing their thing. So yeah, come and visit Melton. Let us know what you think in the comments. See you in a minute. So just recently this has been repaired, so they can now close the gates to the town centre because this was all bent up and out of shape. But yeah, basically they can shut this gate now to stop people parking in the centre of town, which is only a good thing, isn't it? We've obviously got a couple of vans parked on the town square because they're to do with the market and everything. Now, we've got a car there, I don't know whose that is, it's obviously there for a reason. Local tradesmen selling all types of stuff. Look at them. So come down and take a look and come and purchase something off these guys. Hey up mate, you alright? Morning, you alright? So come down and take a look. There's loads and loads of stuff to choose from, especially on a weekend. And they're also on here. Are you here on a Tuesday as well? Yes. Yeah, so they're here on a Tuesday as well. So pop down and come and see these guys as well. I'm trying to get as much coverage for everybody as I can. Reform will be packing up very shortly and moving away. So this will make for an interesting video tonight. We've had a couple of debates on the local elections and everything. I've been chatting to a couple of people and everybody seems to be coming round to the way of thinking that reform might just be the way. There were some questions asked. You alright?
Taking pictures of everybody again.
Me? I'm always taking pictures, mate.
Controversy you are.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm out in public, mate. It's totally legal.
People are not happy with you.
Why aren't they?
Picturing everybody, seeing what's going on.
Well, that's because they're out in public, aren't they? If you're out in public, mate, you've got no sense of you've got no sense of privacy, have you? They know where the shop is down the road there. They can always go and buy a balaclava. All right, catch you later. So there you go. Apparently there's not very many people that are happy with me because I'm always recording in public. Well, it's totally legal to record in public and you're a narcissist if you think you've got any privacy in public. This has been Street Switch Photography. Please like and subscribe to my video and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye from Reform and bye from me. See you later.